Points. Welcome everyone to Everything Else ET, the greatest wrestling show of all time, where we
Oh,
cover
awesome time. All the
all
time.
we
Yeah.
cover everything. Although I do want to call the show the granddaddy of them all, even though that's factually inaccurate, but I just want to call him the granddaddy of them all.
We got to
The
work our way
granddaddy.
up. We're at
Yeah.
velocity right now. We passed Sunday night heat. Now we're on velocity. Okay, got to
We're
work our
moving up
way
on
up.
the card. Moving up on the card. Jamal, let's start off as always. How are you doing today?
I am doing actually fantastic. This is one of my 2 days off of my horrendous work schedule, so
Yeah.
it's all between
Hey,
WCT, which is the World Trade Center, and Best Buy. Jesus, never get no sleep. But how does he watch all this wrestling? How? But how?
the mystery will remain unsolved until he get caught and be like, fuck those.
Mhm. Sir, could I get
Benny,
these headphones? Shut up, I'm watching the G1.
what you see what's going on? Raj Restaurant's the granddaddy from all. I don't understand it. In a way, he has a point. It has the most views, and it is the oldest show of them all because it just covers the oldest stuff in wrestling. But we're here to cover what's going on currently. As you saw the cover, we're going to talk about Against All Odds, but also on the show, we're going to cover the G1 that is coming up very soon. So, Jamal, did you get a chance to watch Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds this weekend?
I actually watched that instead of watching SmackDown.
Yeah.
I skipped SmackDown and went straight to Against All Odds, and it
Yeah.
delivered as it normally does for me. I'm a big Impact guy, but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know what? Impact is still the thing about Impact. I don't know if it's growing or it's less. It's the same or it stays consistent because I feel like it lately it seems like it's growing. I think more people or more eyes are tuning in on Impact. Maybe ever since the AEW kind of fusion or be working with
It's
New
it's
Japan or
all the
something.
crossovers. It's all the crossovers that they're doing. The New Japan fans are peeping out Impact because of some New Japan stars joining some particular factions and whatever not. There are AEW fans that have no idea that Impact was TNA or GFW or all that. Like we're talking the new school. I'm an AEW guy through and through, but I'm gonna peep this product out because they told me to do so. Like type stuff. So you know. Impact has
Yeah,
been the most consistent for like the past 10 years now. Like
yeah.
not doing too much, not doing too little. They still have like their moments and stuff like that. So
So let's start off with the. I'm not gonna cover all the pre-show, but the beginning of the show basically began with Rich Swann losing the digital media title to Brian Myers, the professional wrestler. I don't even know if he's
the
still doing that.
most professional
The most
wrestler.
professional
The
wrestler.
most professional wrestler. So I seen this coming a mile away. Obviously, like trying to keep the feud with Matt Cardona and Rich Swann,
Yeah.
being that Matt Cardona was like the indie king before he got injured and everything like that. So I did see that Brian Myers wanted to, yeah, I'm gonna win this one for fucking Matt.
Winning
Win
for
it for Matt.
Cardona. I winning for Matt. What else is on the card? Next was the was it the X Division match? Or I should probably just look at it, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with what I feel, what I remember off the
Don't
top.
ask me the order. It was a week ago, and there's a lot of stuff in WWE that happened that I'm pretty tight about. But okay, all
Oh,
right.
we're gonna touch on that too. We're gonna touch before we get to the G1. I will get your thoughts on the stuff in WWE that I think you might be upset that Bullet Club lived. Now, I ain't gonna even go. But X Division title, Trey McGill versus Speedball Mike Bailey in a fantastic X Division match. I just thought it was really good. Mike Bailey retained the X Division, the prestigious X Division title. What were your thoughts on this one?
So Mike Bailey is showing me what he showed me back in WCPW, aka Defiant Wrestling. aka that British stuff, that British YouTube channel. That's basically pretty much what it was. But back in the day, that's when I was first introduced to Mike Bailey. He's showing me that he still got what you know, he's capable of and stuff like that. This is a good display of what he can be as an X Division champion. We already know what Trey Miguel can do. Trey Miguel should just find Nash Carter, or what's um, his actual wrestling name, and just team up and make the Rascals again, because Wesley is in limbo in NXT
He's
2.0.
in limbo, but he's still trying to push that solo career. He's pushing that solo career 2.0.
Hey, you got to do what you can. You know what I mean? Got to do what you can when you get exodus out of the group, and it's not even his fault. He was the only one out of the three that was just like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm still
I'm just doing my job, and then it's
literally
like,
doing
they gonna file out like. But
madness.
overall, good match. The match that I did forget that started the show was the before I go, let me get Manny's comment. Is I completely disagree. It looks like Dominic. I know he said it was Dominic without shoes.
He kind of does look like Dominic, or Dominic looks like Mike.
Yeah, like he's a shorter Dominic, basically. If you want to go with appearance, but
with
Dominic
more talent. Yeah,
with a lot more talent. Dominic is still slow in the ring. Needs to go to NXT 2.0 and develop some skills, or just get away from Ray and develop his own personality and wrestling style.
Dominic looking like the number 2 draft pick in the NBA draft.
Who was that? Dominic Mysterio? I could have got Ben Simmons. Not Ben. I could have got Steph Curry, or just one of the top drafts. Like, damn, I could have got Luka. I just fucked up. The first match, Motor City Machine Guns versus the Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Trey Miguel.
Whoa, Trey Miguel.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I say Trey Miguel? What am I saying? Thank you for correcting me, because I didn't.
Are you high right now?
I'm always high right now.
Are you good?
I could have sworn that was Trey Miguel in that match. He fought back-to-back matches. I swear.
He got a darker tan, and he grew dreads overnight.
Joined Bullet Club.
And everything.
Did all this. Wrestled 2 matches. Yeah. Chris Bay, the Bullet Club versus Motor City Machine Guns. This was another good match. Another very high-paced match. It started off with this one and then went to the X Division match. It's got it mixed up. But another good match. Like, Against All Odds just started off really nice.
So this was one of the better matches of the night, and I am not being biased of my Bullet Club affiliation. Chris Bay and Ace Austin, this is, I believe, the first time that they've tagged together as Bullet Club members together and stuff like that. But they have tagged in the past as heels in the Impact division, so that camaraderie was kind of already there. But it's just weird, because Chris Bay was heavily featured in that X division, which Ace Austin was against him most of the time. So them working together now is just like, it was like kind of great to see that they can be a good tag team. And that could be probably like, World Tag League is coming in like October or December or some shit like that. But that could be a World Tag League team that I would love to see, or FTR. And AEW, and just a nice little, they can go against the Young Bucks sometime, or Red Dragon or something like that. Like, that'll be nice to see.
That would be nice to see. I think they work as a pretty good tag team, and they had a lot of good chemistry in this match. But I'm also in agreement with Montez Redcup when this does seem like the scrub tier of Bullet Club. Like, they're the new guys in Bullet Club. They're the Impact version of Bullet Club, and I like them together, but I do feel like there is that, like, this is the Jordan Brand jump team or whatever.
This is definitely like, it's gonna take a while for that to manifest into what it is in other companies and stuff like that. I mean, think about Ring of Honor, for example. When Ring of Honor was great, we're talking that 2012 to 2015 Ring of Honor. It was literally just AJ Styles and Gallows, Anderson, and the Young Bucks. And basically, when Gallows, Anderson, and Styles had left, the Young Bucks had to bring people from Japan to come and then build everybody else to be in it. The Adam Cole's turning his back on the Kingdom because he was part of the Kingdom before he was part of Bullet Club. Damn, Adam Cole's been in bad factions. What the fuck?
Yeah, every I don't think he's never not been in a faction. Like literally, he was in the Kingdom, then he went to Bullet Club, then he went to Undisputed Era. Now he's in the
Undisputed
now,
Elite.
All Elite,
Undisputed Elite. Prior to that,
don't know. Future Shock Tag Team, he's never by himself.
Even in PWG, him, Owens, and the Bucks. Even
Mount
in PWG.
Mount Rushmore. It doesn't end with Adam Cole. But
like I was saying, it took them a while to build a group within the group. So, East Austin and Chris Bay being Impact originals, it helps.
Yep. Next match, I believe it was the tag match, not mixed tag, but it was Mia Yim and Mickie James versus Chelsea Green and the Virtuosa, Diana Peraza. Solid match, the Virtuosa and what you call him? I don't
Chelsea
know
Green.
Chelsea Green won the match. So it was a solid match. It was all right. It was kind of just there for me. I didn't really get like, oh, this is must see or anything.
This is the Mia Yim factor, as Shelton Benjamin would say. Don't watch any Mia Yim matches because she breaks it down. Oh shit.
Man, the Mia Yim is more entertaining when Shelton is talking about it. Like that rivalry is the best rivalry in wrestling right now. We're never going to see like a match or anything about it, or just a TV televised words. It's never going to be televised, but it's currently the best rivalry in all of wrestling.
Oh my god! When Mia Yim did that spot at Slammiversary, and he was like, "Yo." It was like, yo. But so this match was a solid women's tag match, but other than that, it was just on the card for me.
I'm gonna say both women's kind of tag matches. I think there was the other one later on the night with the Influence. It was let me just bring up the card. I gotta stop being lazy.
We getting old, man.
I know. I used to remember this verbatim. And the bad part is I just watched this kind of like last night. So it's like, why can't I remember this? But
I'm gonna start having flashcards. So every time that you forget, I'm just gonna put the flashcard up and just bring it back down.
No, and the worst part is I went to this results right now, and it's like it's all these videos and stuff, and I was like, I don't need all this. Just give me the results. Just give me what I want. Just tell me what happened in the order it happened, instead of me going like.
It depends. It depends on where you're getting your sources from, and Manny can attest to that. Depends on your sources.
I went to Impact Wrestling website, and then
that's why you're getting video packages.
I'm like, I don't want all this. I just want the match. And then so I chose not to. So the other women's tag match was Roberry, Tyler Valkyrie against the Influence with Madison.
They retained, right?
They retained, yeah. It was a retain. They defeated them, retained their titles, and another just solid. It was a solid match. Again, it wasn't anything that was like this is blowing. This is the greatest women's tag team match of all time.
Well, the weak factor there was going to be Madison Rayne because Rosemary, Havoc, and Tennille Dashwood are fantastic women's wrestlers in their own right. Madison Rayne was never really great. I know that she's won titles. I know that she's the wife of Josh Matthews, which makes even more sense why she's not that great. Like, it makes sense.
Shots at Matthews, shots at Nick marriage. But yeah, also agree. She was the most average champion that Impact has ever had. Like she just
I mean,
wanted a
she
bunch of
had a
love.
fire ass theme song. You know, the Killer Queen. Like, you know, that was a great little theme song that she had. Yeah, that was a good song. But like, you know, other than that, like every time I see Madison Rain on the card, I'm like, okay.
Click. Click. Um, another big 10-man tag with America's Most Wanted, Heath, and the Good Brothers versus Honor No More. Now this is like the 20th Honor No More 10-man tag. Jemal, can you tell me what Honor No More is trying to accomplish? Because it feels like they're just in the middle of the card. They're having a bunch of random 10-man tags, and it just seems like it's really not pushing their message or their agenda or just really going anywhere. Plus, they lost this match.
They're trying to be what Los Ingobernables is to CMLL. They're trying to do that, but they're trying to do it at Impact, and they're trying to make them be like the Ring of Honor Invasion esque, but it's not making its weight because Ring of Honor is a subsidiary company now, as opposed to its own thing. So the people who like the old guard of people who used to watch Ring of Honor, and until they make some new shit, then it's not gonna play into fruition. And besides, Ring of Honor is featured heavily on AEW television, so to see them on Impact, they're like, I don't know any of these guys, and who are these guys? Like, even though as talented as all of them are, everyone from Matt Taven to Mike Bennett, Kenny King, who is in La Faction and Gobernables, that doesn't make no sense to me. Fucking PCO, like, you know, it's just they're trying to feature them heavily. Eddie Edwards being the tying piece with being Impact champion and being Mr. Impact at one point in time, but it's just not resonating. And they either need to get rid of this group, or they just need to make them start winning some shit. So to answer Manny's question, Eddie Edwards is originally a Ring of Honor guy. Like Ring of Honor Inception, Eddie Edwards was in that tier of Ring of Honor guys. So that's why it makes sense. But it's just it's convoluted at this point because Ring of Honor isn't even a thing in itself. It's just a subsidiary company.
It's a logo of AEW right now. That I'm assuming they're doing shows. I think they announced Death Before Dishonor or something recently.
But when is that? Like, you know, Tony Khan's got all this AEW. It's like, okay, make Ring of Honor as good, just as good, but you know, you have a whole bunch of talent in the AEW locker room, the AEW / Ring of Honor locker room. Like, you have so much talent. Get the people that's not on TV and put Ring of Honor on television, and then make it a thing.
Yeah, simple as that. It'd be as simple as that. Or just change the name from AEW Dark to Ring of Honor. Like, you could just simply do something as simple as that.
Get rid of fucking Rampage and shit. Well, not Rampage. Okay, keep Rampage.
I'll get rid of Rampage. Get rid of Rampage and call it Ring of Honor. I'll be okay with it.
Or get rid of Elevation and Dark. Make Elevation and Dark Ring of Honor and make it Ring of Honor. Like, not like make it the Ring of Honor way and have them wrestle Ring of Honor matches. So then you could have them with even 2 records. There's your AEW record and your Ring of Honor record. Yep. Somebody could be great in Ring of Honor and shitty in AEW, and it doesn't matter because they are both companies.
Yep. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll rank high in Ring of Honor, but I'm pretty shitty on this AEW Dynamite and shit. My record's trash, but my Ring of Honor record is amazing. It'd be like Jay Lethal, who has a terrible AEW record, but an AEW Dark record, I think he's killing it or something. I think he's won.
No, it counts. All the matches count. So, like, everything comes together. So if he's winning 8 matches on Dark and loses 2 on fucking Dynamite, that's still fucking 8-2.
Yep.
So he has an AEW record of 8-2.
Next match, Moose, Sally Callahan, and the Clockwork Orange House of Horrors match with Raven on commentary. There's a lot of stuff in this match, a lot of violence and stuff. Not really my type of match. It happened. It was fine. It was nothing like blew me away. It was glass and Legos and doors and chairs and tables and Atlanta Falcons in the crowd. Oh, and last match, by the way, no one looked as bad as Chris Harris ever in their wrestling ring. Just I didn't want to see that dude on the apron. He just looked like he was going to die in that last match. By the way, before I moved on to that one,
He's a
that
he's
match
a
was like a death match.
he's a recovering alcoholic. Damn it! Let him
I
be.
know. I guess he's still recovering. I don't know.
America's most not wanted.
Yeah. Of all the old guys, beat up wrestlers I've seen in the ring, no one looked as dead and tired and as like this guy should not be here as Chris Harris. Even that time we watched Scott Norton in a match, I was like, at least it's Scott Norton. Chris Harris, damn.
Oh shit.
But yeah, what were your thoughts on the House of Horrors match?
So my whole thing is like they did this match already. It's called Monsters Ball, and they did this at Slammiversary. I don't know why we're having this match again. Raven was a nice little touch on the commentary, being that he is a ECW TNA original, NWA national, like he won the title before. That motherfucker getting old as hell. Scott Levy needs to just chill. He just needs to go away and chill. I'm not saying go in the corner and die, but just chill. Just be easy. You did your thing. Quote the Raven. Quote me. Never more.
Never more. All right. Jordan Grace versus Tasha Steelz for the women's Impact Wrestling Championship. I thought this was a really good match and the best women's match, hands down, on the card. And one of my favorite matches on the card. This and probably the earlier two matches were my favorite.
This was one of my favorite matches of the week of the entirety of wrestling. Like, if you don't understand the appeal of Tasha Steelz just as a wrestler alone, and then obviously Jordan Grace doing what she does, this is one of those matches that I suggest that you watch. This is one of the better matches of the week.
Agreed. Of the weekend. The best
of the entire weekend.
The entire weekend. Clearly the best women's match of the weekend for sure, considering the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and everything.
Oh my fuck. that natty Ronda match. Oh my fucking
classic.
You were there for that monstrosity, bro.
I was there yelling, "Let's go, Natty!" I was the only one there actually reacting to anything, giving play-by-play. Personally, I could probably hear me because a pin drop could have been heard in that arena. That's what was going on there.
But back to the real greatest women's match of the week. I was actually surprised at the outcome.
Oh, you thought Tasha Steelz was going to win it back?
I thought she was going to win it back right away. Surprised at the outcome. You know, I'm a Boricua through and through. I got Team Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? We Boricuas up in this bit. But
you were with that support, and then it was like, nah,
not happening. That's why the flag is at half mast. Tasha Steelz lost.
All right. Josh Alexander versus Joe Dory with Dina on by ringside. Josh Alexander won. To me, this made a bit, again, another Josh Alexander match where I felt like he was just going to win. I never felt like he was going to lose this match at any given point, which always takes away from a match for me. It took away from his last match against Eric Young as well. So this was just another match where I was like, if he beat Eric Young, he's going to beat Eric Young's goons. It's like, this is probably not main event. I would have main evented with the women. I would have just,
the last the last Eric Young goon that he has is fucking Diener, and that's gonna be an Impact main event. It's going from pay-per-view just to Impact. So he's gonna be done with these. He's gonna be done with these clowns soon. But my question to you: who is Josh Alexander's next great opponent? Who's his opponent gonna be?
I was going to throw that to you. I was going to throw the same question to you. Well, my answer would have been, considering that the Moose and Sami Callihan feud is done, I hope, because it seemed like they've done everything they could do with this. Honestly, no. I forgot. Wait. Moose won the match. I just realized that. I was like, God damn it. I'm about to say Sammy Callahan, but Moose won the match. But damn, that was a good question now. When I thought about it.
Who deserves a shot? Now, being that Moose won the match and Moose was the person that Alexander did beat, it would make sense for it to be Moose. But if it wasn't Moose, then who?
I don't know. We already did it. We already did the Moose. So
Nah, that's long term. That's long term storytelling. He's working his way back up. He's working his way back up, and then he has to not only beat Moose but beat him again. He has to do it.
So would you go Moose? Because I'm not sure.
Immediately, no. Let him build his title reign. That has to be like his definitive, like, I'm the champion match. Mm-hmm. But the question then remains who? And all I can think of is who else in the company has as much sway or more sway than Josh Alexander. And I keep looking at Bullet Club and I keep thinking Jay White's the IWGP heavyweight champion, make him fight him. But for Alexander to lose that match, I don't see, you know what I'm saying? Or make him win and then make that into, oh, I beat you and I can beat you for your IWGP championship. Like, don't put the IWGP title on the line, put the Impact title on the line, have Alexander win and then have him face Jay White.
Right. And then he win to get.
Then you do the double title match.
You could. But is Jay White done with Impact or is he still going to be featured on there?
I mean, sure. All of the people that's in Impact, that's in Bullet Club, has been Jay White's call.
Yeah.
Even the exodus of God, that was his call. So
you're going Jay White. That's a good call.
It would be nice.
But then
it's gonna be Moose. It's got to be Moose, but it would be nice if they did that.
Yeah, but then we get to another match, like you said. It may be predictable that Josh Alexander beat Jay White, but it still would be a better match, and it would have that. Maybe we go this way because I don't think Impact wants to lose their title again. They lost it for most of 2021 or 2020 or whatever year Omega had it.
Yeah, Omega got it. On that route. Christian then had it, and then fucking Alexander gets it back, then gets destroyed by the greatest cash-in ever.
In front of his child.
In front of his wife and child, just standing over him. Yeah. Like oh man. At their biggest pay-per-view of the year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So we will see where that goes. Now, the other thing that happened on the weekend, since we are covering everything, Jemal, let's hear it. Your thoughts on Money in the Bank and everything that went down there. We heard your thoughts on Natty and Ronda. We don't need to go back to that. No one needs to go back to that.
It's going to be on Peacock for you to go back to it anyway. So
if you would like to take a nap, go ahead. Put Natty and Ronda on.
So, as much as I dislike Liv Morgan, as much as I cannot stand her, I will give her kudos because she has worked hard and is the SmackDown Women's Champion now. Obviously, that's a spoiler of Ronda beating Natty, but then Liv beating Ronda is just... But it's going to build the SmackDown division. I was trying to mention this on your show yesterday. It's going to build the SmackDown Women's division. And when I say build it, I'm talking about build Liv as a fighting credible champion because of the people that's going to go after her. And in turn, make stars out of that. So the person that takes it from Liv should be somebody that hasn't held it yet. Shotzi, Aaliyah, someone that hasn't held it yet. Make a new rivalry happen.
That would
build
be nice.
New stars. Build new stars.
That would be nice. But Jemal, you're forgetting one thing. This is the double E. They don't give a fuck about that. That belt is going to be on Charlotte Flair probably before SummerSlam. That fast. Like that fast. That's how I feel they're going to go with that.
She's still on honeymoon, isn't she? She's getting Andrade. She's getting Ingobernable.
But no, I don't feel Liv is gonna. She's either gonna lose to Ronda or she's gonna lose to Charlotte or Sasha Banks could fucking return. She'll lose it to her. They may bring Naomi in
Nah, they're
after
not. They're
losing to
not
her.
bringing. They're not bringing Sasha back.
I don't think they're
Sasha's
bringing Sasha
done.
back here. I'm just throwing random names up that Liv Morgan can lose to before or at SummerSlam.
What they could do, because they've done this, bring Sarah Logan back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring her back as Sarah Rowe to team up with the Viking Raiders, but have her come back and be like, "You see, I trained you, I did everything for you, and this is how you repay me by winning the championship. Nah, I want the chip. I want you," and then make that happen. I'm tossing too many good ideas, but
Yeah, as good of a story as that may be, do you really want to see that match? Do you really
no,
want to
but
see?
no, but I want to see. I want to see the story. I want to see the story play out. I want SmackDown to be not just a Roman Reigns show, especially without the Roman Reigns there. God
Yeah,
damn it.
my belief, honestly, my belief after watching 2.0 last night, and the belt's on the line next week for Mandy Rose. Toxic might be going to SmackDown. They need to revamp that division, and maybe Mandy Rose and Toxic takes the belt off Liv Morgan. It'd be a nice new winner as you want, and it'd be new matchups and it'd be fresh. It adds to the division, it adds new hills and opportunities for people.
Toxic Attraction on SmackDown, making it the Toxic Attraction.
The attraction of SmackDown. Yes, the attraction.
As long as they make sure that they do everything that they did on NXT and don't do what WWE always does and take a good thing and make it worse, such as an Imperium. Like,
hey, I like the current version of Imperium.
it's just two. It's just two. It's supposed to be a dominant. It's supposed to be a dominant Euro faction, and it just leads Ludwig, whatever the fuck his name is, on the wayside. You know what I'm saying?
He gets to go and fight Walter's lightweights and tag matches and stuff.
Fucking Pete Dunne is on SmackDown like I wanted, but he's now Butch. And some fucking what's the fucking name of this stupid ass group?
Fucking the Brawling Brutes. The Brawling Brutes.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Rich Holland is a fantastic superstar, and then that's what I have to deal with. Like,
well,
Sheamus the most underrated. Sheamus the most underrated superstar of all time.
Underappreciated, underrated. Should be a multi-champion. Should be loved, having classic matches.
He's done everything.
Yeah, and he should be the guy. I prefer Sheamus over McIntyre.
He has literally done everything. King of the Ring, fucking Money in the Bank, World Champion, WWE Champion, fucking Tag Champion, United States Champion. Has he won the Intercontinental title? He hasn't won the Intercontinental title. Sheamus versus fucking Gunther. Book it. It's on SmackDown. Book it.
Book it. That'll probably be the most physical match, and I will watch the shit out of that one. They can have my money because I want to see that match that bad. Sheamus versus Gunther will be just the banger of bangers, and already just saying it, just in titles, my match of the year. Just because I feel like this just will be the most physical fucking thing. Like, and the way Sheamus' body welts up with the red, those chops will be vicious. Just vicious looking. Just money. Also, Austin Theory was able to win the Money in the Bank. What are your thoughts on that as well? Mr. All Day himself.
As a wrestler, I am hyped for Austin Theory. As his character, it's stupid. It's dumb. Like, if you had given me Evolve Austin Theory winning this championship, the one that wants to challenge back then goated John Cena, or he wants to challenge all these people, then I would have been like, fuck yeah, let's go. Put the strap on this man's back and give him the chip. And he's got an opportunity to do this. My only problem is that he's going to run into the Miz problem, which is that he's going to end up winning the belt, and he's not going to get respected for it until he wins it again. But the Miz, as you know, had that same problem both times that he's been WWE champion. Like, nobody respected him credible enough as a WWE champion. He didn't get his fair shake as a champion except for his first run, because beating John Cena at WrestleMania means something, even though The Rock interfered, but that means something. You beat John Cena at the show of shows for the belt. Like, I don't
So
know what else to tell you.
here's where I think Theory has an advantage over the Miz. Is one, Vince McMahon called him his guy. You know, he put that stamp of approval on him, so he may have that. He also has his next move. If he is going to fight John Cena could put him over big at either SummerSlam or whatever they're going to have their match, and and do something. And I feel like he's on the same trajectory as what year? 2015, 16, Seth Rollins when he was with the Authority. And I feel like that's where Austin Theory is. He can get
2015.
projected there. Yeah. And I feel like he could be projected in that same right. And I feel like he's coming to his own lately. He's not just a selfie guy. I feel like he's coming into his own. Like that when he cut the promo against John Cena in the back. And even I don't think nobody saw this, his post Money in the Bank promo he cut that I think didn't air on TV. It was like, oh man,
It's
this dude is
YouTube. It's
hard.
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's YouTube. Gotta watch those YouTube joints.
Gotta watch it. You gotta watch it all. It's all connected. It's all connected. So I think Theory has potential, and I like that the Money in the Bank winners are young, and the next champions are pretty much in their 20s or younger. They're trying to push these younger stars.
So from pushing younger stars to giving these old stars more glory, history was made. History was made this past weekend. I know. For those that don't know, Satomi Kojima has won the GHC Heavyweight Championship from Go Shizaki at fucking it was the Pro Wrestling Noah Cyberfest 2022, and it was shocking to me that even happened. He old as hell.
Yeah, 130,000 years old.
God,
he was there to set up the first wrestler ring that ever was at a show. That's like,
damn. But Kojima puts himself in great company when it pertains to winning this championship because he is only the fourth person ever to do so. He's won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, the Triple Crown Championship, the GHCW Championship, and basically the only other three that has done it was Kensei Sasaki, Takehiro
oh, go for it. Let's see if we get all these names.
Takehiro Yama.
I can't help you, and I refuse to do
it. Wait. It's Yoshihiro Takayama and the Great Muta, or Keiji Muto. So he puts himself in an elite class. Those four wrestlers right there have done that. Won the Triple Crown in Japan, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and the GHC Championship, Heavyweight Championship. So it was nice to know.
All right. Now that he's won it, Jemal, I'm going to ask you this question. Where does this 900-year-old man go next? What does he do? How long does he keep this title?
I don't know. So Pro Wrestling Noah is really good about mixing a nice blend of younger stars and older stars, older talent. Yeah, like there's so much talent in Pro Wrestling Noah besides Go Shizaki and all of the members in Red Congo. Like, that's a big boy though. Like they're small compared to Kojima. Kojima is fucking massive compared to these young boys now. But he could face literally anybody.
Yeah, it can go anywhere, and this is something to keep track on as it develops. I don't even know where I know where to watch it, but it's like, where are they going to go next? I mean, the dude's like 90. Is this like his last run, the last hurrah, or whatever? But it's probably not. Wrestlers don't.
Well, New Japan teased Tenkozy making a comeback. I'm gonna be in their last New Japan Road, like Tenkozy's looking on the verge of making a comeback, and if that does happen, being that Kojima is the GHC heavyweight champion, you know what I'm saying? Like, that it's Tenkozy action. But Tenzan has to be done by now. That boy's finished. Finito. That boy's finito.
All right. Keeping it in Japan, different promotion though. New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 32. Oh, it's coming up in a matter of weeks now, or a week. I actually don't know the date when it actually starts. So I'll be honest. It's soon, very soon. Let's talk about some of these blocks because we've talked about this, but we haven't talked about any of the blocks, the A block, C block, D block. Let's go over the first, the A block, which is the block of death, right? Is that what you want to call it? The block of death. The block of death. Because you got Okada, you got Jonah, whatever, Yano's in there, and so many, and like Balak Fale, Filthy Tom Lawler, and Jeff Cobb, where we're probably going to get the rematch of Cobb and Noah and Jonah
And Jonah.
in there.
That's gonna be that fucking that crown jewel, man. They're gonna fucking. It's gonna be a rematch.
But this one has so many heavyweights. So many heavyweights and super heavyweights in there. With
I mean,
Jonah
the G1 is the winner gets the heavyweight championship opportunity. I mean, I mean,
nah, these are super heavyweights, man. These dudes are huge. Like this first block, I'm like, man, these are all the biggest dudes in the company.
I feel sorry for Okada. How's he gonna freaking Rainmaker Jonah?
He's gonna hit him right in the stomach. Although Jonah is big in mass, he is not that tall. He's about 6'1", maybe 6'2". I think he can still get that neck.
Nah, I mean, I was what, 2 inches under him. Like I have a picture, like
with
Jonah, so I was kind of on the level with them. I'm like, oh, but he can still crush me.
Full body smash. I believe coming out of this one will be Okada, but a lot of interesting matchups with the Murder Hawk Lance Archer, who's going to be in this one as well.
Okada versus Lawler is going to be crazy.
That's the match I'm really looking forward to.
Okada versus Lawler is going to be crazy.
Yeah. So the A block, exciting. But do we both have Okada coming out of this one? I think there's no way Okada's not coming out the A block.
There's going to be a surprise one, but I don't know who the surprise is going to be. So that's where I'm going with. Okada's not winning that block.
Ooh, damn.
Mm-mm.
Who you got there, Jonah?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be Jonah or fucking, I don't know, man. Jonah or Cobb. I'm going to go with whoever one of those is going to win because I've seen them fight each other. Jonah or Cobb. It's going to be a surprise. That's not Okada out of the A block.
Let's go over the B block. This one features the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion Jay White, Taichi, Tamatonga, Ishii, Sonata, Great-O-Khan, and Chase Owens. I can see, a few people coming out of this one. Like Jay White can win it, but it's whatever. But maybe they may give it to I would give it to Great-O-Khan personally. That's one of my favorites. I would just like Great-O-Khan to win it, but I don't think he is. I feel like Jay White will come out this block, but
Sonata has the most to prove in this block. Jay White has yet to win a G1, so it could be the J1 finally. So Jay White or Sonata for me. I'm interested to see Jay White, go against Chase Owens to see how that turns out. I want to see if some more exodus happens out there in the G1. Yeah, Sonata or Jay White out of that B block for me.
I can see Sonata winning it.
The whole shebang.
White, not the whole shebang, but just that block, just coming off that block. And just having it, because Jay White really doesn't need it per se. He is the champion. He's not really he can win it and be like, oh, I won the G1, just have it under his accolades, but it's not really something that is must need. Sonata can use it to prepare him to the title to get.
He has yet to win the title that he's yet to win.
Yeah. All right. C block. Tanahashi, Naito, Evil, Goto, Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta, and Aaron Hanari. I don't even know if I say his name right. But
Aaron Hanari.
Yes! English okay. My pick to come out of this one, Zack
this
Sabre Jr.
this is the wrestlers
Yeah.
block, except for Hanare. He's not a wrestler, but he could surprise me, man. I don't know. I'm waiting for his breakout year, and this might be it.
Yeah. This could be the beginning of his showing for him, but I believe this is Zack Sabre
Who else is
Jr.
in the block besides Zack Sabre Jr. and Naito?
Tanahashi, Evil, Goto, who isn't winning. Kenta can also come out of this one as well.
Tanahashi versus Kenta is something to keep an eye on. Again,
he attacked him. He attacked him in the press conference after last night's show, the Road to G1 or whatever it's called.
Goto is never winning a G1 ever again. You can quote me on it.
Goto's never winning anything ever.
If Goto wins a G1 ever again in the history of history, I'll have to do something embarrassing. I don't know what it would be, but I know it's never going to happen, so it'd have to be something pretty embarrassing.
2 years later, what the fuck? He's a new character. He like new personality. He joined Bullet Club or some shit.
Oh my god, I would be sick. I would be sick.
Like, 2 years
I would be so sick.
Go to one to G1 and just, I don't know. They put some rocket on his ass or something. I don't know.
That's like Juice. That's like Juice winning the New Japan Cup.
Yeah, none is happening. But who you got coming out of this one? I already said Zack Sabre Jr. is my choice.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement of Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, I fucks with Naito, but I think I watched Naito get folded like a pretzel by Zack Sabre Jr. and get kicked out the fucking tournament.
That's mean. That's savage.
For a month, I would have to come on the show. That's 4 episodes. I would have to come on the show with Liv Morgan merch and be like all the Liv Morgan stuff. But Goto has to win the G1 to do that, and it's never gonna happen. So we know who Manny is voting for G1.
Yeah. Like fuck, he has a really good. Man, he's winning all his matches. What the?
Yeah.
Oh shit! What? But he's in the finals. You better start
won by count out. Count out.
Yeah, but I think if you're a big technical wrestling fan, C block is where it's at. That's where it's gonna have all the big, like, oh man, blowing you away with all the counters and everything. Just great matches in that block. The final block, D block, Will Ospreay, Shingo Takagi, Juice Robinson, Yoshihashi, El Phantasmo, Takahashi, and David Finlay.
This is a hard hitting block. Like, this is Will Ospreay is gonna try to freaking hit and bleed most of these motherfuckers in here. Yeah. I don't know why Yoshihashi is in this fucking tournament. Get him the fuck up out of here with his fisherman pole.
Come on, the fisherman.
Pack him out of here. Master Wato is what Yoshihashi's gonna be in 10 years. God. Jesus.
Yeah, he has no chance of winning. I'm honest. He's there to take a bunch of pins for everybody, to build everybody else up, to be honest.
I don't know, man. They were building him up last year, and he won certain matches that he wasn't supposed to win. Kind of like Tama Tonga beat Okada last year, 1-on-1. Dang, man. Yeah, Will Ospreay's taking this block, man. Fuck out of here. Fuck the dumb shit. He has to build the United Empire.
You can say that, but lately there's been a conspiracy against him and the the Empire, United Empire. I got him losing, and Shingo Takagi to win the D block, and I think Ospreay's gonna be really upset about it.
I think that's going to be the finals of it,
Ooh,
of the D block. I think that'll be the finals of the D block. But yeah, man, Osprey got to build the United. Like
they have
factions are built. Factions are built mostly in the G1 climax. For those that don't know, when Suzuki first made Suzuki Gun, he basically took like remnants of Great Bash Heel, who was like Hanma and Makabe and like he took remnants of them. And Great Bernard, for those that don't know, Great Bernard, he's Tenzai, aka Matt Bloom, aka Prince Albert, and stuff like that. Along with
that.
Shelton Benjamin back in the day. Yes, Shelton Benjamin was part of Suzuki Goon. Yes, MVP was part of Suzuki Goon. So like you see what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
the G1, that's when that shit happens. So in order to make United Empire really stand out, and I think they tried to do it during the COVID G1 when like Jeff Cobb was winning mad matches and stuff like that. Great O'Con looked very well, but now they got all the boys. They got the boys together.
Yeah.
Let's see what the United Empire could do here in this G1. And I think Will
Yeah.
Ospreay will take it because he's just on another level.
Yeah, and it also goes with your prediction, what you said earlier, I believe, in the year or last week or whatever, that the Wrestle Kingdom is going to end with the United Empire on top with all the gold, right?
Yep,
So
I believe that's going to happen. There's things that's dissuading that for me, but I still believe that it could happen or it should happen with United Empire on top at Wrestle Kingdom this next coming year.
wow, so a lot to cover, a lot of matches coming up. I
Hey,
can't
you
wait.
got time to space it out. You got time to space
Yeah,
it out. It's a lot. So
yeah. It starts July 16th, and so about almost a week. So just a little over a week now. As it's going to be a lot of them that's just going you should check out, especially in that C block if you want to see some really good wrestling. For those who do not subscribe or whatever, you can watch all of that. Just watch all of that. It's going to be amazing. We're going to follow all of them. I'm going to actually watch the G1 accurately because normally when I watch it, I just watch bits and pieces. I'm like, oh, this is the match I want to see. This is the match I want to see.
nah,
I watch every
I will
show.
be watching. I will be watching it the next day due to like hectic work schedule. So like whenever that day it happens, I'm not gonna look at no media, nothing, and just watch it myself. Then that's how I'll do it because I want to see it. I actually want to see it.
This is actually a really exciting G1. It's really good. Like all the wrestlers in there, I'm just like, this is really like this will be the one to see. I feel like they're gonna like just have a bunch of
Yeah,
bangers.
not that max the max crap that was last year. I'm gonna max the max the max. I'm gonna max max the max. What the fuck?
Now that we've gotten through everything, is there anything else, Jamal, that you would like to talk about on this show?
Besides Kojima's being old as fuck and winning the GHC heavyweight championship, I don't know, man. Who is he gonna face? Dang.
Senior
Who,
tour.
who's on
That's
free
all I need.
agency?
Give me a senior tour.
Who's on free agency besides Squasha Banks?
That's it. That's it. Now, there's still a few people out there. Uh, I don't know. I really don't. Because I feel like everybody's you're either AEW or a random free agent that's out there that I go like, what? They're free right now? Or you're free. Bray Wyatt is the GHC champion.
So that promo that at Money in the Bank, was that a Bray Wyatt promo or an Edge
Nah,
promo, or is it
nah,
somebody completely different that we're not even thinking about?
nah. I don't think we're going that far out the box. If it was someone completely outside the box, Meltzer would have spoiled it. uh, but it's Shane McMahon. No, it's gonna
Oh
be
my God! Don't get that nigga back on my screen ever again.
he back. He back.
Just for
No,
that, I'm gonna beat his ass in 2K22 like ridiculously all weekend long.
I can just
Fuck
see
out
you
of
as
here.
tune into my live Twitch stream where I beat the shit out of Shane McMahon
Shit out
for
of Shane
hours on
McMahon
the side.
with every wrestler, every male wrestler, just beat him up. Go down the list, starting with A Kid.
Alphabetically. All right, but that's it. That's all I have for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, where we'll be covering AEW Dynamites and the NXT Great American Bash 2.0. And, probably whatever news.
A lot of good stuff that happened there, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I can talk for days. Not days. I'm probably going to get minutes tomorrow to talk about NXT. It's going to be a show mostly suffocated by Dynamite, but I thought the Great American Bash was a really good show. Really good show. And NXT 2.0, man, people sleep on it. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah,
it's still NXT.
It's still NXT.
It's still NXT.
It's just brighter characters, basically. But it's still
my
NXT.
whole thing with the 2.0 joint is basically like, if you don't watch it religiously every week, you can still step into the pay-per-view and catch up.
Yeah.
Right there at the pay-per-view. Everything is there for you.
Yep.
You don't have to watch every week to watch the pay-per-view.
This is the one thing WWE does very well, is that if you miss a show, they will recap it, tell you this is what's going on, this is where you're at, and boom, you're right back into it. And it's just simple as that. It's like, it makes it simple for, like, if I miss
3 weeks worth of Dynamite, whatever, like, they'll let you know.
Yeah. Oh, Manny brought this up earlier also in the comments. What do you think of Pac in the All Atlantic Championship, traveling all over the world, and he's wrestling all these guys and booking dates and stuff?
Oh, that's the match with Shota Umino that he's about to have at Rev Pro, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's something that Cody Rhodes was trying to do with the Next Gen Championship from GFW. He was trying to do that, and he was defending it consistently against everybody and anybody that wanted a piece. So, yeah, man, that's a good thing for AEW. That's a good thing for wrestling. Pac is a hell of a talent and basically wrestling anybody everywhere. Zack Sabre Jr. has done it with the Rev Pro title itself. Like, it's good for wrestling. It puts other people's champions in other people's shows to wrestle, and it's just a great thing,
Yeah. So I disagreed with this belt existence when it came out, and I'm still kind of like, does AEW need another belt? But I do like that if it's going to be a traveling title, it does expand the AEW brand to a global audience. To, like, this is an AEW title, Pac is wrestling here, because I don't know what their UK presence is like for AEW, or their Japanese presence, or wherever Pac may go, all across the Atlantic, allegedly, because that title's all Atlantic. But it will give them more global exposure, which brings in more revenue for them.
Take that shit to Mexico and see how tough you really are. Tessa Blanchard is there.
You got killers in there. You got killers and cocaine commentators.
You got Tessa Blanchard. You got announcers on coke. You got Marty Scurrills. You got villains. You got Parker's hitting niggas with chairs and fists. Closed clenched fists.
Old dudes with 30-year grudges.
Gonna stab you. You end up like Bruiser Brody, stabbed.
Take that shit to Mexico, Pac. Take that shit to Mexico. I dare you. That's what a real world champion does. We also have Ric Flair's last match coming up, which backing up to be a show.
Am I gonna pay to see this or nah? I'm still debating on if I should pay money, because if I pay money, I'll get to see it forever for the rest of my life in the archives of whatever archives that it is. But if I don't pay, then I could stream it, and then the stream goes away after like 7 months or some shit like that. So
it's putting together a nice card, but I still don't want to see it.
Speaking of nice cards put together that's not falling into fruition, what's that?
Wrestling UK. That's all you can say about that. The fuck is going on? They ghosted people. Nia Jackson's on the poster. She's not gonna be there. They only sold like 300 and something tickets. What the fuck is going on with that?
That's terrible.
Yeah. I thought this was gonna work out for them. I was like, oh, you know what?
When
They
I
have a
seen the
decent card.
card, when I
All the
seen
ex-WWE guys and a mix of other people, and you're like, damn, okay.
it's a nice little nope. Nope. This is XPW all over again.
Yeah.
We got Andre the Giant. No, he's dead. He's been dead. We got Andre the Giant.
Y'all got a dude named Andre.
He was a giant.
He claims to be a giant. Andre, aka the Giant.
We got Giant Gonzalez as well. What? It's just a small dude, like 4 foot something, called Giant Gonzalez.
What's this weird shit? But it is a show worth covering, though. I feel like it's a show just probably not like, because I think that's what, next week? This week?
350 tickets. They better do something.
Yeah.
Some people bought it.
Yeah, someone's there. They were like, they wanted to see Lana versus Nia Jax. What do you mean Nia Jax isn't showing up? I just want to see Lana go to the table for the 10th time.
I need to see this. I need to see the show. I need to see the shit show that it might be, or the gem of all time.
This could be the show of the year. It's just comedy, just alone. Just out of pure comedy. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? But that does it for ETE. Subscribe, like the channel, and all that other stuff. But more importantly, check out the Mid-Card Mess podcast for more of Jemal's intake in the world of professional wrestling. Jemal, I haven't even asked you this on the show. What is coming up on the Mid-Card Mess podcast?
I am going to do history of the G1 Climax that's coming up. I'm currently working on that right now. I haven't been back to week. My work schedule has been conflicting me to, not doing it every week. But I will be back with more of what I originally was trying to do, and just put my input of certain things and times of wrestling. So I will be covering the Monday Night Wars really soon. I will be covering the impact of the women's wrestling as a whole. I'm gonna cover that. So
again, check out the Three Faces of Jemal on SoundCloud. Read the nonsense on Tuesday and Thursday show. It's greatly missed.
Tuesday Suicida. Tuesday.
I hope not. I hope the show didn't cut out. Not yet. But yeah, the nonsense will come back. It always will. We're gonna have some illogical conversations all the time. That's what was missing on the Tuesday show. We actually just covered wrestling, and we were like, oh shit, we don't have no run-on sentences or whatever's going on after. Like, oh, I'm going to the coffee shop. Oh, you don't like that coffee guy, don't you? Oh yeah, we got into a fight, and we talk about why you shouldn't fight a guy at a coffee shop and you get scolded by coffee. So those conversations like that hasn't happened in a while. But we'll see what happens on Thursday. It's more about time. All right. But see you guys later. I know the show normally cuts out. I don't know how to actually end the show. I know we point our guns and stuff, and it always seems weird when it just seems like they just stop talking. But, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it's going to be.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. It's just the way it is.
All right. See you guys later. Goodbye. Have a good night.